Mic check. Test 1, 2. Check, check. Test 1, 2, 3.
between the Gilbert Tigers and the Mason City Riverhawks, who has starting lineup and national anthem here after the brief coaches meeting with the umpires at home plate. There is starting lineup for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Gilbert Tigers. Leading off the center fielder number 2, Tommy McGuire. Batting second to shortstop number 10, Ian Eldred. Batting third, the designated hitter number 30, Trip Sturgill. Batting cleanup to catcher number 15, Blake Bell. Batting fifth, the third baseman number 20, Matt Zaz. Batting sixth, the second baseman number 6, Josh Gruenkel. Batting seventh, the first baseman number 22, Seth Popish. Batting eighth, the right fielder number 15, Isaac Lindsay. Batting ninth, the left fielder number 3, Braden Howard. And starting pitching tonight for the Gilbert Tigers, number 17, Gabe Nelson. Gilbert is coached by head coach Jake Goff, assisted by Cale Jensen, Jake Skardarowicz, Troy Stout, and Sam Vanderpool. And now, starting lineup for Mason City Riverhawks. Leading off the center fielder number 6, Max Lang. Batting second, the first baseman number 7, Dave Reese. Batting third, the right fielder number 8, Kenneth Brown. Batting cleanup, the starting pitcher number 3, Eli Schultz. Batting fifth, the designated hitter number 22, Isaac Rickers. Batting sixth, the shortstop number 12, Owen Rickers. Tigers in the first, McGuire, Eldred, Sturgill.
And it is time for baseball here in Mason City. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Tiger Broadcast. Gilbert Tigers baseball here with you. Cale Sleezer on the mic. It is once again my honor and privilege to be the voice of Gilbert Tigers baseball this season. Rain has fallen a little bit, but it has been more in a drizzle since driving up I-35 to get most of the way here in north central Iowa. The Gilbert Tigers are hot. They've won 3 in a row. They won a thriller last night in Carroll by a score of 6-4. Leadoff man Tommy McGuire had one of the best games of his career, 4 for 4 with 4 singles, had 2 stolen bases, might have been 3 by the time the tally was done, and had a game-saving catch in center field in the bottom of the 6th inning of that game. Riverhawks coming with a record of 3-6. The man on the mound for them tonight is Eli Schultz. We'll get his numbers up here on Varsity Bound. The junior has pitched in 2 games, 5 2/3 innings pitched. Has given up 11 runs, only 8 of them earned. 5 strikeouts and 10 walks in those 5 2/3 innings. So we'll see if that disciplined Tigers offense will keep that team on base percentage of .424 climbing tonight. We're about ready to get underway with Tommy McGuire. Video game-like numbers through his first 9 starts. .567 average, .658 on base, 7 RBI, 14 runs scored, and 4 steals. He has started all 9 games, and he leads the Raccoon River Conference in average coming in to today. First pitch. That's a strike right down the pipe, and away we go in Mason City. Infield playing in. So that one just misses high for a ball. Isaac Renzi getting his first start this year. He'll be batting 8th and playing right field. So that one misses outside, ball 2. Gabe Nelson will get his second start of the season for the Tigers on the mound. So that is on the ground to first, and it'll be routine for Gabe Reese for out number 1.
Shortstop number 10, Ian Eldred.
Here's Eldred, the regular shortstop, batting a spot higher in the lineup. No Alden Short tonight. He's getting the day off. Eldred has been excellent offensively as well as he takes just outside for ball 1. Eldred has also started all 9 games, .375 average, .444 on base, 6 RBI. He has 4 stolen bases as well as he takes ball 2 downstairs. .2-0. That one is hit well down the left field line. That is back. That is going to one-hop the fence. And it's going to be a 1-out double for Ian Eldred. He had a screamer down the left field line last night that just went foul. Kept this one fair. And Trip Sturgill, who's been great with runners in scoring position this year, will have a shot at getting on the board first. Pretty even dimensions here at Roosevelt Field. 320 to the poles, 350 to the alleys, 360 to dead center. A little bit smaller dimensions than Merchants Park from Carroll last night. That just misses outside for a ball. We'll get Sturgill's numbers on the year. .281 average, .361 on base, 9 RBI in as many games played. Tripp also has 2 saves on the year. He did get a save in North Polk in the first game of that doubleheader earlier this week, so the Tigers have 3 saves on the year, as that's a called strike. I incorrectly said that last night's save by Matt Zaz was the second one of the season for the Tigers. They do have 3. Sturgill owns 2 of them. He has been masterful in relief. The 1-1. That's skied into left center field. Moving over and making the catch is the center fielder. Eldred thought about it, took a few steps, and then stopped. Max Lang, who will lead off the bottom of the first, makes that catch, and there are 2 away for Blake Bell in the cleanup spot.
Catcher number 15, Blake Bell.
Bell has had a hot bat to start this year as well. 346 average, 500 on base, 7 RBI, and 9 starts. He had a big 2-run single in the 3rd inning last night that ended up being the deciding hit in that game. Tigers got up 5-0 in the 3rd inning off of that hit and won 6-4. As Eli Schultz will reset on the mound. And a half windup and then a step back by Schultz, keeping a close eye on Eldred. Eldred is tied for the team lead with 4 steals. Don't believe he's tried an outright steal of 3rd yet. Until now. Throw to 3rd is going to get under the glove. Eldred's going to try for home. He will slide in safely, and the Tigers are on the board. It's 1-0. Great hustle by the shortstop, Eldred. Getting dirty to get his boys on the board. It'll be a throwing error from the catcher, Bennett Miller. Next offering. That's skied into left. This is drifting foul. That's hit very well. And it goes off the wall, the far outfield wall foul. Bit of an awkward run into the wall there by designated player Gage Yunk. Hope he is okay. Might have landed on his shoulder weird there. That ball had some carry to it. There's not a lot of wind here tonight. Maybe blowing in just a hair. The wind at North Polk on Monday was really blowing out. That helped Bell get a pair of doubles. 1-1. That one is skied to right field. This will be playable for Kinnick Brown. He makes the catch. And that ends the top of the 1st, but some savvy base running by Ian Eldred gets the Tigers on the board. The Riverhawks will bat in the bottom of the 1st when we come back. Max Lang will lead off the Riverhawk offense tonight. Gabe Nelson takes the hill for the 2nd start of his junior season. And start number 1, Gabe pitched 3 2/3 innings. Gave up 2 runs, got a no decision, 4 strikeouts in those 3 2/3. Gabe had a great sophomore campaign last year and is rightfully getting more innings on the mound this year under head coach Jake Gall, who's led his Tigers to a 6-3 record to start this season, as that's high for ball one. Tigers had a 7-20 regular season record last year, so a stark turnaround in Gilbert. It's been very fun to watch. Tigers looking for their 4th win in a row tonight. That one's well outside from Nelson. Still a light drizzle falling here in Mason City. Nothing that would affect the field too much per se, but watch those pitch grips tonight. Here's the 2-0. That's a called strike, upper third of the zone. Lang's numbers on the season. He has a .269 average with a .441 on base and has driven in 4 in 9 starts. He rips this one right into the glove of a bunny-hopping Ian Eldred. Nice catch. And that's out number 1. Lang retired on the L6. Here comes Gabe Reese, who has been a second fiddle of sorts to this Red Hawk offense, batting .348 with a .529 on base and 6 RBI in 9 starts. And we'll tell you about the man behind him in a minute, as that is swung on and missed for strike 1. Despite the 3-6 record, the Riverhawks have one of the most dangerous hitters in the state of Iowa at any class level, and we're going to see him coming up here as Reese gets plunked. Here comes the white-hot Kinnick Brown, the right fielder, as Reese is on first. Brown, the righty, is tied for the state lead in home runs with 4. He has 13 RBI, .429 average, and a .613 on base in all 9 games he's started. And a called strike, upper part of the zone. If the Tigers can shut down Kinnick Brown tonight, they've got a good chance in this one. Very dangerous bat. That misses just high for a ball. 1-1, 1 away, 1 runner on. Bottom of inning number 1. 1-0 Tiger advantage. Next offering to Brown. That's tapped back to the mound. It squibs in Nelson's glove. He gets a hold of it. He does retire Brown. Reese advances to second. 2 away. That's a big out. That'll be a very important out to get for the rest of the night. Score that one a 1-3 put out, as Eli Schultz will try to help his own cause. The pitcher bats cleanup for the Riverhawks. Ian Eldred scored an unearned run after an errant throw from Bennett Miller. And we might have a pinch runner here. Scene 11 coming out of the Riverhawk dugout. Looks like Sean Selton, the sophomore, will come in and run. Seltoon is 5 for 5 on stolen bases and has scored 3 runs for the Riverhawks. So the Riverhawks coaching staff has decided this is a high leverage moment in this ball game. And wants to get that run across to tie this game. Schultz's batting line on the year stands at a .280 average, .387 on base, 7 RBI in 9 starts. He only trails Kinnick Brown on the team for that RBI total. That one misses high for a ball. Should the inning continue, Isaac Rickers, the DH, is on deck, with Owen Rickers behind him. That one misses high and tight, 2-0. Feels like high 60s with cloud cover and drizzling rain here in Mason City. Here's the 2-0. That misses outside, 3-0, and Nelson's falling behind. Keeping an eye on that pitch grip with the rain falling. Nelson just needs to get one over here. 2 away in the inning. And that misses high and tight for ball 4. So it'll be a free pass for Schultz. Here comes Isaac Rickers. And we're going to have a courtesy runner come in here. Looks like Graydon Fitzgerald will courtesy run it first. So Isaac Rickers, the DH, is tasked with getting runs across the plate here. Runners on first and second, 2 away, bottom of the first. Rickers has a .318 average, 464 on base, and 4 BI in his 9 starts. First pitch to him. Called strike, upper outside corner. Always appreciate Mom checking in. Let me know that I'm coming through on the stream. Thanks for checking in, Mom. Love you. Hope had a good day today. Here's the 0-1. That's popped up. Drifting back. Bell will watch it clang in the bleachers. The count is 0-2. It's been a nice week for classic ballparks for the Gilbert Tigers and the Tiger faithful, who always travel very well to support their Tigers. Merchants Park last night was a great venue. One of my favorite venues I've been at in my 6 years behind the microphone. Great media row up there, great crowd atmosphere, great student section. Just an all-around fun night in Carroll and a great ball game. So that one's popped up. This will drift foul out of play as well. Roosevelt Field is a bit on the older side as well. I got to give props to their concession stand. They sell Chick-fil-A sandwiches. I had one pregame. It was very good. Complimentary Chick-fil-A sauce with it. Count is 0-2. Offering from Nelson. Just down low. Not a bad offering, but it did just miss. Owen Rickers, the shortstop, awaits on deck. Nelson gets the sign from Bell. Looks back to second. Winds and fires. Runners go. That's on the ground to Grauwinkle at second. It's cleanly gloved, but the throw to first is offline. 1 run scores as Popish collects, and both runs that have scored tonight have been unearned. That's an unfortunate error from the senior. That will tie this game at 1 apiece. E4 on Josh Grauwinkle. As advancing to second on the play is Isaac Rickers. As Owen Rickers has a chance to now give the Riverhawks the lead with 2 runners in scoring position. And that hit him first pitch. And the Wheels have been a bit slick with the rain here in the first inning. And here comes Bennett Miller, who had the throwing error in the top of the inning, to get the Tigers on the board. This could be a very interesting ball game with the way the defense and the pitching is shaped up so far. The rain definitely seems to be playing a factor. Not a lot of sharp throws. That one misses high and outside for ball 1. Owen Rickers on the season has a .240 average, 406 on base, 2 RBI in 9 starts. And that one is hit well to left. That ball is back. That ball is going to one-hop the wall. This will score 2 as Braden Howard plays it one-hopped off the wall. And actually only 1 run scores there. Howard got it in very quickly. Isaac Rickers held up a little bit there at second. I'm very surprised he did not get home there. The Riverhawks do take the lead. It's now 3-1 as the bases were loaded. But the way this screen is here, or this fence rather. My view is a bit obstructed with the poles with first and second, so a little bit of a blind spot there, folks. I do apologize. It's second and third. Score is 3-1. All runs in this inning will be unearned as the Grauwinkle error should have ended the inning. That is the first Riverhawk hit. And it's a double.
Marquez Holton. Best for Anderson.
And we've got another courtesy runner here. And I think we have a pinch hitter already here in the bottom of the first inning. In the 8th spot, this is going to be Marquez Holton, the junior. Batting in Vance Anderson's spot. So that one misses high for a ball. 3-1 our score in the first. And a drizzly night in Mason City. A 1-0. That's a called strike, upper outside corner. Tigers will have Zaz, Grauwinkle, Popish coming up in the second when it's their turn. Gabe Nelson's got to get out of a sticky situation here first. All runs are unearned. Only one hit for the Riverhawks. Big swing and a miss there from Marquez Holton. Holton has played in all 9 games. 208 average, 296 on base, and 3 RBI on his line. Nelson just needs one more strike to get out of the inning. The pitch. Just low, maybe a bit inside as well. 2-2. 2-2. That one is skied into center. It should be routine for Tommy McGuire. It is, but the Red Hawks strike back after giving one up in the first. They respond with 3. No earned runs in this game, as a drizzly night in Mason City has proved interesting through 1 inning. We'll be back with the second after a brief break.
The second inning for the Tigers, the third baseman, number 20, Matt Zaz.
Zaz, Grauwinkle, Popish. 5, 6, 7 for the Tigers on the top of the second. As the rain continues to fall for Mason City. Zaz pops that one up. It's drifting toward foul territory, and it gets down. Glad to see 32 of you here with us here on Tiger Broadcast, one of our better viewing audiences this year. Cale Sleazer here with you, always a pleasure. Gilbert Tigers at the Mason City Riverhawks. No earned runs in this game. Everything has scored because of errors as Matt Zaz fouls that one back 0-2. Zaz has shown tremendous discipline this season. A 278 average with a 500 on base in 9 games. He takes just high, lays off a close one for ball 1. 1-2 from Schultz. Misses in just about the same spot. NBA Finals tipped off about 7 minutes ago between the Pacers and the Thunder as that's into center field. That'll get down for a base hit as Matt Zaz leads off the top of the second on a high note for the Tigers. That's their second hit of the game. Here comes Grauwinkle. Grauwinkle had that unfortunate error with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Threw away a ball to first. As the rain's starting to fall a little bit harder now. And a throwback to first. Zaz dives back in safely. And a bunt shown by Grauwinkle. It pops foul out of play. Happy Nintendo Switch 2 launch day to all who celebrate. Got mine delivered to me at about 6:10 in the morning this morning. Ran some Mario Kart. Play some Deltarune tomorrow in case there are any gamers in our audience. Been looking forward to that one for 3 years. Another bunt shown. It's laid down. Zaz will do the job. It'll be a 2-3 sacrifice to put Zaz in scoring position as Grauwinkle is retired. Here's Seth Popish, who got the night off last night.
First baseman number 22, Seth Popish.
Popish is batting .227 with a .414 on base. Has driven in 5 and 8 games as he takes a strike. One on, one away, 2-run deficit for the Tigers here in the second. Here's the 0-1 as that misses outside. Also, happy Phineas and Ferb Revival Day. One of my favorite childhood shows. Got revived for a 5th season. I believe the new episodes just dropped at the top of the hour on Disney+. I'll be watching that on the drive home. As that one is into right center field. That'll flare over the second baseman for a base hit. Zaz is going to be waved around. The throw is cut off. And the Riverhawk defense was a little slow to the jump there. Coach Gall waved the arm and Matt Zaz scores. It's an RBI single for Seth Popish. It's 3-2. How about that? Sixth RBI on the year for Popish. And here's Isaac Renzi getting his first at-bat of the season. First earned run of this game has come across the score. Big swing and a miss from Isaac. Isaac did come in to pitch in relief earlier this season. I believe that was during Game 2 of the Sadell doubleheader in opening week. The 0-1. Called strike, upper third. Renzi did some good courtesy running last year. He had a big stolen base in the Ballard upset on their senior night last year that helped the Tigers scratch across a win in extra innings. As Renzi swings and misses at that one for strike 3. And there are 2 away for Mr. Hustle, Braden Howard. That's the first strikeout of this game. That one's a called strike on Braden. Howard on the season, batting .312 with 2 RBI and 6 starts. As he shows bunt, pulls back, and a called strike. North and South have been pretty liberal on both sides tonight in the strike zone. 0-2 to Braden. That skips in the dirt. Good stop by Bennett Miller behind the dish. Rain has lightened up just a little bit as most spectators have their umbrellas out. 1-2 misses outside, 2-2. Should the inning continue, we'll go back to the top of the order, and Tommy McGuire grounded out 3 unassisted. Two-two. That one is hit. Base hit into right field. Popish will camp at second. And Braden Howard keeps the inning alive. Nice opposite field swing there from Braden. And Tommy, who had 4 hits last night, has a chance to potentially tie this game. If he could gap one here, the speed of Braden Howard could give the Tigers the lead. Tigers have 4 knocks early in this ball game. So that one just misses outside for a ball. Had a really fun morning this morning, making some highlights for these guys from last night's heroics. So that one just misses high, ball 2. Tommy had the 4-for-4 night, including the game-saving catch in the 6th. Matt Zaz had a 5-out save. And Mike Aleva, for the 2nd game in a row, struck out the side in the 2nd inning. Don't see that every week. That one will plunk Tommy McGuire. And the bases are loaded for Ian Eldred, who had a double that one-hopped the left field wall back in the 1st. That's the 3rd hit by pitch of this game already. This is not a night you would want to be a pitcher with this rain falling. Not falling as hard as it was earlier, but it is still a factor. As Eldred takes high for a ball. Ian doesn't have to do anything fancy here. A walk could tie this game with bags full of Tigers. 1 home already in the inning off of a Zaz scored run off a Popish RBI single. It's 2-0 on Eldred. Infield playing back here. And up high, 3-0. And Eli Schultz has gotten himself in quite a pickle here in the 2nd inning. This has the makings of a high-scoring ball game. And a called strike at the knees, not a bad take there. Never want to make an out on a 3-0 pitch. 3-1. Down low, ball 4. This game is tied. RBI base on balls for Eldred. First walk issued by Eli Schultz. And we're going to have a brief mound conference here from the Riverhawk coaching staff from the infield. While we have a chance, let's look at that Pacers-Thunder score. We are tied at 10 after 5 minutes in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Pacers have made a great Cinderella run, led by Iowa State alumni Tyrese Halliburton. The Thunder have one of the best offenses we've seen in the NBA in a few years, led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren. Thunder won 68 games this year. So that's a called strike to Sturgill. Sturgill flew out to center back in the 1st inning. He hits this one on the ground to shortstop. It's cleanly gloved. Throw to second is in time, but the Tigers tie the game. Folks, if you love offense, this game is for you. Through an inning and a half, we are tied at 3. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the Riverhawks batting in the bottom of the 2nd when we come back. Bottom of the second. Very bottom of the order for the Riverhawks. Lincoln Birding, Max Lang, Gabe Reese, 912. Glad to see 36 of you here with us, our best viewing audience since opening night. So that one misses outside for a ball. Hopefully we made it farther than we did opening night against Pleasantville. That game was suspended after 2 innings due to more dangerous wind than anything. Than after it was suspended, the rain came down, but just a steady drizzle here in Mason City. I don't think it's really falling much anymore. Count 2-0 on Birding. Nelson gave up 3 unearned runs in the first. So that one is on the ground, back to Nelson. It squibs under his glove, and Eldred can't get a clean handle. It'll be an infield single for Lincoln Birding. Second hit of the night for Mason City. And we're back to the top of the order. Lang lined out to shortstop in the first inning. Want to give a thank you to my sister Addie, who often texts me Cubs scores when we're on here Tiger broadcast. Cubs are up 5-0. In the words of Justin Steele, if the season ended today, Pete Crow Armstrong is the MVP of the National League. He has just been transcendent. He's the big league version of Tommy McGuire. Great contact, great base running, stellar center field defense. So count is 1-0 with a runner on first as I update that score bug for you folks at home. Here's the 1-0. So that misses high for ball 2. Tigers won the week last week on the road. Wins against Bondurant, Farrar, and Knoxville. And a close loss to Norwalk on Friday. Tigers looking to sweep the road trip this week. Swept a doubleheader against North Polk, and then the Carroll win last night. That one is hit well to left center field, but a great jump by Braden Howard. The runner was going. And scampering back to first safely is Birding. He was swiping a bag. I know I've talked about defensive catch probability plenty of times here on this broadcast, but I'm going to keep bringing it up because this Tigers outfield, even with their moving pieces, between Alden Short, Tommy McGuire, Braden Howard, and Micah Leyva, those 4. So that one misses well behind Gabe Reese. Between those 4 outfielders, you have guys who have really good first steps to the ball. That's why the Tigers won last night, because Tommy McGuire had a good beat to a tailing line drive into right center field. If Tommy doesn't catch that ball, Gilbert does not win last night. Held on to win by 2 runs. So that's a called strike. Count 1-1. And that last catch in left center field was a good jump from Braden Howard. Dangerous bat of Kinnick Brown awaits on deck. So that one misses outside. 2-1. Nelson gets the sign. Winds and fires. That one's hit well to right. Renzi is running back. It's over his head. We'll see if Birding is waved home. He is. Cut off by Grauwinkle, and there will be no throw home. It's an RBI double for Gabe Reese. And Kinnick Brown has a runner in scoring position to work with as the Riverhawks regain the lead.
RBI double by Reese scores Birding and brings up the right field number 8, Kinnick Brown.
First earned run on Nelson's line tonight on the 3rd Riverhawk hit. It was a 1-3 ground out for Brown back in the first. Big swing and a foul tip into the glove there for a strike. In case any of you missed it, Kinnick Brown is tied for the state lead in home runs, and he's hitting .429 with a .613 on base and has 13 RBI in 9 starts. Big swing and a miss there. I like the approach by Gabe Nelson here. He's not giving Brown anything to elevate on. He's trying to keep those breaking balls low. Trying to take advantage of the aggressive nature of Brown as he calls time. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Great work by Gabe Nelson to retire a dangerous bat. Brown is 0 for 2 on the night. Not a bad victim for your first strikeout of the evening with your Gabe Nelson. And Eli Schultz will come in now. He drew a walk back in the first inning. That one misses outside for a ball. Rain's still sprinkling just a little bit, but not as hard as it was earlier, as that one misses low for ball 2. I think I got cut off at the end of the inning when I was on this anecdote, but for any of you newer Tiger fans out here who may not know, I do clip some Tiger highlights and post them on my personal YouTube channel for portfolio purposes, as that's swung on and missed for a strike. I had my work cut out for me this morning. Posted the Zaz 5-out save, Tommy McGuire's heroics, then Mike Aleva striking out the side in the second inning. I'll make an effort to leave the link to that playlist starting with next week's live streams. We'll get that built into the preset stream software on YouTube here, so you folks can watch those clipped highlights without having to search the longer live stream file here on Tiger Broadcast. As that one misses for ball 4, Schultz has taken a free pass twice. And here's Isaac Rickers, who was hit by a pitch last time. 4-3 our score. And Graydon Fitzgerald is in to run it first once again. First offering from Nelson. Big swing and a miss. Gabe's utilizing that curveball here in the second. It's working for him. I believe we have a video of Gabe Nelson striking out the side in Boone last year on the 2024 highlight playlist. So that one misses low for a ball. Whenever I post those videos, I try to send them to Blake Bell, who is my cousin. He gets those distributed to the proper parties. Those are good memories for young ball players to hold on to. They're good recruiting tools as well, in case anyone wants to play at the next level. As that skips low for ball 2. As many of you folks know, I've been compiling a recruiting tape for Blake and finished the first mini tape this morning. And I'm really pleased to say that Blake liked how it turned out. And hopefully many more highlights to come as Bell springs up there to get that ball. Count is 3-1. Nelson needs to get one over here. Bennett Miller waits on deck. He had the 2-run double back in the first. As that one's popped up, calling forward is Grauwinkle. He makes the catch, but the Riverhawks regain the lead through 2 innings. It's 4-3. The Tigers will have Bell, Zaz, Grauwinkle when we come back. Blake Bell will lead off the Tiger offense in the third. Runs have scored in every half inning. Bell flew out to right field to wrap up the first inning. First pitch from Schultz is a called strike at the knees. Blake had that crucial 2-run single last night. Played some great defense, too, behind the dish, as he so often does. As he takes a ball there. Had some great frames on the corner to get some big strike 3 calls late in the game last night. So that one's fouled back. So Josh Krawinkel will jog onto your screen to get that ball. Air starting to get a little bit colder here in Mason City as that's on the ground to the left side. It's cleanly gloved. Throw to first is offline, but the tag is applied by first baseman Gabe Reese. Nice play. So it'll be a 5-3 ground out. Zaz singled in the second inning. So that one misses high for a ball. Zaz came around to score the second run off of a Seth Popish single. Seth is in the hole. Josh Krawinkel is on deck after a nice sack bunt last time. 1-1. That's on the ground up the middle. It's cleanly gloved at shortstop. Throw to first is in time to get Zaz. And 2 up, 2 down for the Riverhawks here in the third inning. And I'm sure no bunt will be on here for Krawinkel. He'll get to swing the bat. Josh's bat was a bit cold to start the year, but it's heated up this week. So he takes ball 1. 1-0. Down low, 2-0. Josh looking to keep the inning alive for Seth Popish on deck. So we just crossed the 8 o'clock hour here in north central Iowa. That's skied into center field. Camping under it and making the catch to end the inning is Max Lang. First half inning we've seen tonight without a score. Riverhawks still lead the Tigers 4-3 after 2.5. We'll be back after a brief break.
Shortstop number 12, Owen Rickers.
Owen Rickers will lead off the bottom of the third for the Riverhawks. Good to have you with us here on Tiger Broadcast. Cale Sleazer here with you. Always a pleasure. Big swing and a miss for strike 1 on Owen Rickers. Owen was plunked by a pitch his last time. As that one is hit well to left but playable, Howard will backpedal a few steps and make the catch for out number 1.
Catcher number 24, Bennett Miller.
And here's Bennett Miller, who had that big 2-run double in the first inning. First pitch to Bennett. Big swing and a miss. Nelson has relied heavily on that curveball tonight. Has been locating it low very well. So that one's popped up. It'll drift foul. And just get behind the press box here as we hear a concrete-esque bounce behind us. Drizzly night here at Roosevelt Field in Mason City. That one is hit well to center field, but it's right at Tommy McGuire for out number 2. Squared well by Miller, but it'll be an L8. And here is Marquez Holton. Holton pops that one foul and out of play. Vance Anderson was penciled in as the starting second baseman, but did not take his first at-bat. Marquez Holton took his place. So that one's a big swing and a miss. Another great curveball from Gabe. Oh, 2, just down low, 1 and 2. Should the inning continue, number 9 hitter Lincoln Birding is on deck. He had a single his first try. One, 2, up high, 2 and 2. Sounds like the rain's starting to fall a little bit again. Some folks are reopening their umbrellas. 4-3 our score. Runs have scored in every half inning except the top of the third. Gabe Nelson looking to respond with a goose egg here in the bottom. So that one skips down low, 3 and 2, and Nelson is falling behind here. Full count, 2 away. Payoff pitch to Holton. Called strike 3, upper outside corner, and Gabe Nelson retires the side in the third. It remains a 1-run ball game. Riverhawks lead the Tigers 4-3 after 3 here at Roosevelt Field.
For the Tigers, first baseman number 22, Seth Popish.
Bottom of the order, top of the fourth for the Gilbert Tigers. Seth Popish, Isaac Renzi, Braden Howard. So the wind's starting to blow a little bit more now, kind of out toward left center. Popish did have a home run on the road to straightaway left last year at ADM. Wind here could help him a skosh. Eli Schultz remains on the mound for the Riverhawks as that's fouled away. Seth had an RBI single back in the second inning. As Isaac Renzi will jog over to get that ball. 1-1 is on the ground to shortstop, cleanly gloved. Throw to first is on target. That'll be a 6-3 putout.
Fielder number 5, Isaac Renzi.
And here comes Renzi, who struck out his first time. Get you a score update on Pacers Thunder here after this offering. From Schultz. That misses high for a ball. At the end of one, the Thunder lead the Pacers 29-20. Thunder went on a 19-10 run in the final 7 minutes of that quarter from the looks of it. So that's a called strike on Renzi. One. Down low, just missed that lower outside corner. Good take from Isaac there. That one misses high, 3-1. Wind is blowing in a little bit more. It's a little bit of a swirl here by the press box. It's blowing out the American flag toward left center. As Renzi takes a strike toward the upper part of the zone. And this is the part where I say it's a little chilly outside. And then my fiance chimes in and says, I don't see any tomatoes. It's one of my favorite jokes of hers. As Renzi takes a free pass and gets a nice hand from the Gilbert dugout. Good at bat there from the right fielder. Second walk of the night issued by Eli Schultz. And here comes Braden Howard, who hit a nice opposite single to right field. I don't think I've ever had that slip up before. That's a new one. Oh, sometimes you get tongue-tied, folks. That one's popped up foul out of play. Three runs on 4 hits, 1 error for the Tigers. 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Riverhawks. As Renzi will be checked on at first, he dives back in safely. See a few folks in the stands with some blankets. Not a bad idea on a night like tonight. The days have been pretty warm this week here in central Iowa. The nights, not so much. They've been getting a little colder than I thought they would as that swung on and missed by Howard. Count is 0-2. Tommy McGuire waits on deck at the top of the order. He was hit by a pitch last time. 0-2. That's on the ground, gloved at third, throw to second for 1, and that's going to be all. The throw gets away, but it luckily bounces off of the home dugout fence. Good job by Braden to not jump the gun there. He did not make the turn towards second base. He stayed in foul territory. So it'll be a fielder's choice. Are they going to call runner interference on Braden Howard? You're kidding me. And Coach Gall is having a word with the field umpire there. Well, that ends the inning. Interesting. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 4-3 Riverhawks over the Tigers. And we'll be back after this break. 9-1-2 for the Riverhawks. Birding, Lang, Reese. Top of the fourth inning ended on an interesting call over at first base as Braden Howard grounded into a fielder's choice, and then he was called out for runner's interference. Maybe the umpire saw something I didn't. I don't know. They get paid to make calls on the field. I get paid to yap into the microphone, which I'm very happy to do. Kale Sleazer here on Tiger Broadcast. Always a pleasure. So that one's a called strike. Clips the upper outside corner. Gabe Nelson ended the third inning on a strikeout. Can he start the fourth with one? Not on that pitch, as that misses 1 and 2. All runs scored in the first 2 innings so far. Here's the 1-2 to Birding. That's popped up foul. That'll get to the parking lot. Thunder lead 35-28 over the Pacers in the NBA Finals. 9:35 remains in the second quarter. Another 1-2. Called. Strike 3. Lower inside corner. Birding didn't love that call, but that's the second straight strikeout for Gabe Nelson. We're back to the top of the order in Max Lang. He is 0 for 2. So Nelson threw 3 1/3, 3 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Only 1 earned run as he misses the corner there. So that one's popped up foul out of play. Those cars close to the back of the left field bleachers and the right field bleachers are not safe tonight with how many foul balls have gone back there. Here's the 1-1. Called strike, lower inside corner. Gabe Reese awaits on deck. He's had a nice night. Hit by pitch and an RBI double. That's on the ground past the lunging Nelson. It goes to Eldred at short. Throw to first in time. It was close. Riverhawk dugout thought that Lang was safe, but a nice strong throw from Ian Eldred gets the second out. That one misses low and skips away from Bell for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. And ouch, that is right on the dome of the helmet. Reese gets hit for the second time. He's on base for the third time. And so much for the 1-2-3 inning from Gabe Nelson. And here comes the dangerous Kinnick Brown. He's been shut down so far tonight. 1-3 ground out and a strikeout. Nelson carved up Brown with a nice set of low curveballs last time. If I'm Gabe, I just do that again. Exhibit A, strike 1. Brown hasn't been able to time up that curveball very well. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. On the ground to shortstop, cleanly gloved by Eldred. No, he bobbled it. So it's another E6 for Ian Eldred. He's had his struggles out there in the shortstop spot. It looked like Ian had it cleanly for a split second, and then it looked like it just dropped out of his glove. He might have been thinking about going to second and then to first, and maybe lost concentration on the transfer, but that's the second error on the Tiger middle infield tonight. As taking ball 1 is Eli Schultz. Schultz has walked twice tonight. Gabe Nelson trying to hold the line here in the bottom of inning number 4. I think that one was foul, tipped into the glove for a strike, 1-1. 1-1. That's chopped on the ground. High chopper. It's gloved by Popish. Throw over to Nelson. Not in time. And Nelson's caught napping. The run scores. And it's 5-3. That chopper almost fell into no man's land on the right side of the infield. Good heads-up base running by Gabe Reese. So Eli Schultz legs out the infield single. He'll be credited with the RBI there. Aggressive and smart base running by Gabe Reese that nips the Tigers. That will be an unearned run for now. So it's 5-3, Riverhawks. That one is hit well to left center field. And it'll be caught by Braden Howard for out number 3. Gabe Nelson hasn't gotten a lot of help from the Tiger defense tonight. He's only given up 1 earned run out of the 5. The Riverhawks have scored. We go to the 5th. Riverhawks now lead 5-3 over the Tigers. Top of the 5th, top of the order for the Tigers. Tommy McGuire, Ian Eldred, Trip Sturgill. 3 errors in this ball game, 2 by the Tigers, 1 by the Riverhawks. Of the 5 runs Gabe Nelson has allowed, as that's called a strike, only 1 has been earned, and of the 3 runs Eli Schultz has allowed, only 2 of them are earned. That one's popped up, drifting foul to the right side. And making a nice ranging catch is Bennett Miller for out number 1.
Shortstop number 10, Ian Eldred.
So score that one a P2 in foul territory for Tommy. Ian had that error in the top half of the inning that allowed the run to score. But offensively, he's had a nice night. Has a double and an RBI walk. Oh, 1 that's fouled back. As Blake Bell will jog over to get that ball. 0-2 to Eldred. That's swung on in the dirt for strike 3. And the throw to first will get the out. So Eldred strikes out on 3 pitches. That is the 2nd strikeout of the night for Schultz. And Sturgill will come up with 2 away. Sturgill grounded into an inning-ending fielder's choice his last time, and he's 0 for 2. Tigers looking to keep a 3-game win streak alive, but down 2 here in the middle innings. 1-0. That one is hit down the right field line. Foul, just gets past the bleachers. It's a fun right field setup here at Roosevelt Field. There's tetherball courts over by the home bullpen. Seeing a lot of kids playing over there tonight. So that misses for a ball. It's 2-1. Then there's some open concrete seating where some Mason City fans have put lawn chairs. That's popped up to backstop. And that split the booth perfectly on the bounce. That bounced right on the stairs and hit the press box door right in the middle. As that one misses, it's now 3-2. Payoff pitch popped up, drifting to the right in foul territory, and camping under it and making the catch is Gabe Reese. The Tigers go down unceremoniously in the top of the 5th. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th in just a moment.
For the Riverhawks, shortstop number 12, Owen Ricketts.
6-7-8 for the Riverhawks. Owen Rickers, Bennett Miller, Marquez Holton. Welcome back to Gilbert Tigers Baseball here on Tiger Broadcast. Glad to see 36 of you still here with us. Cale Sleazer behind the mic. Always a fun night when the Gilbert Tigers are playing baseball. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Great curveball from Nelson. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. That might have been almost a changeup-like fastball. Looks like Gabe might have taken off just a little bit there. Had some interesting movement on that pitch. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Rickers, Owen Rickers, is carved by Nelson. That's his 4th punch out of the evening through 4 1/3. Bennett Miller's had a nice night. Good catch by Gabe Nelson there on the throwback from the umpire. But Bennett Miller on the night, 2-run single. That was in the 1st inning. And squared it up well last time, but it was a line out right to Tommy McGuire in center field as that one misses high and away for ball 1. Pacers have closed the gap just a little bit on the Thunder. Thunder lead 41-35 with 5:38 left in the 2nd quarter in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. So that's a called strike. 1-1, 1 away, 2-run ball game. Tigers trail the Riverhawks 5-3. Swing and a miss. And Nelson's locating that pitch high pretty well this inning. Nelson gets the sign. Winds and fires inside. Maybe a bit low as well. 2-2. Marquez Holton, who awaits on deck, struck out his last time. 2-2. On the ground to shortstop. Cleanly gloved by Eldred. Throw to first is just in time. It was close. Eldred loaded on that back foot to get a little more zip on that throw, and it barely beats Miller. That is out number 2. Looks like the rain is still barely falling. Not much here in Mason City. Oh, 1 to Holton. That one is hit well to left center, running over and diving. And not making the catch is Braden Howard. It was a tough play. And that'll be a 2-out single for Holton, his first knock of the night. Good effort by Braden Howard, just couldn't quite get to it. That's the 5th Riverhawk hit of the night. And a courtesy runner at first is inserted for the Riverhawks. As Lincoln Birding, the 9-hitter, will come in. He's 1 for 2 with a single. So the umpires make a change to their scorecard. And Birding will step into the box. 2 away, runner on first. So that one misses high for ball 1. Don't have the best view of the Gilbert bullpen over here. Do have a view of the Mason City pen. Have not seen anyone warming up there. This will be the starters game until further notice. So that misses high from Nelson, 2-0. Gabe only went 3 2/3 in his first start. He's through 4 2/3 so far tonight. There's a called strike on the outer third, 2-1. Next offering, runner goes. It's a very good jump, and Bell had no chance even if he gloved that cleanly. That was a very good jump. It'll be a stolen base and a called ball. Now runner in scoring position for Mason City. Should the inning continue, we'll go back to the top of the order with Max Lang, who squared it up fairly well tonight, but is 0 for 3. 3-1. And Lang will get a shot. So it's runners on first and second with 2 away. And Coach Gall would like a word with Gabe Nilsson. We'll see if the infield will join the party here. And I see Isaac Renzi running in from right field, and I see Micah Leyva running out from the dugout. I think Isaac's going to take over here. And Nelson getting a pat on the back from Coach Gall. That will end Gabe's night. Did not get many favors from his defense. As it stands right now, he has given up 5 runs, but only 1 of them was earned. He needs the offense to pick him up. Isaac Renzi will warm up and come in from right field. We'll step aside as he gets loose. And Isaac Renzi is warm on a bit of a cold night here in Mason City. First pitch to Max Lang is low in the dirt. 4 ball. Runners on first and second, 2 away. As Gabe Nelson will watch from the Gilbert dugout. That one skips in the dirt. Good stop by Bell. It's 2-0. This is Renzi's second appearance on the season. This is actually his 4th. 4 innings pitched. 4 earned runs. But 4 strikeouts. So a little up and down. So that one's popped up foul. I believe that went off the side of the press box. That was a loud bang. Count 2-1 on the leadoff hitter, Max Lang. He's lined out to shortstop, flown out to left, and grounded out to shortstop. 2-1. That one is ripped, but foul. There was just enough tail inward on that Renzi curveball for it to get turned foul. Count 2-2. 2 away. 2 runners on in a 2-run ball game. With the 2-hitter, Gabe Reese on deck. Reese has an RBI double sandwiched between 2 hit-by pitches. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Great job by Isaac Renzi to get the out from the outfield as he has a huge smile on his face and gets a warm ovation from the Gilbert dugout. We go to the 6th. It remains a 5-3 Riverhawk advantage over the Tigers. Folks, don't go anywhere. This is still anyone's game here on Tiger Broadcast. Four, 5, 6 for the Tigers. Bell, Zaz, Grauwinkle. Isaac Renzi did a good job of coming in from right field to help Gabe Nelson get out of some trouble. Nelson's final line, 4 1/3 innings pitched. 5 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 5 runs allowed, but only 1 was earned. That's a solid single into center by Bell. And his signature first pitch ambush pays off once again, as that makes him 1 for 3. As that is the 5th Tiger hit of the evening. Off of Eli Schultz, who is still in the game. Here comes Taylor Dukes to courtesy run for Bell. See if the Tigers decide to get aggressive here with Taylor Dukes on the base paths. Dukes has stolen a base. Tigers are 16 for 18 on stolen bases. Everybody who's gotten one has made it safely. The only players nabbed so far this year are Cooper Mitchell and Josh Grauwinkle on their lone attempts. Matt Zaz stands in. He's 1 for 2 on the evening. Dukes being held on at first. Bunt shown. Not a bad bunt from Zaz. Throw to first is not in time. It's an infield single. Matt Zaz does his Tommy McGuire impression. Lays down a great bunt. Small ball is alive and well in Gilbert, Iowa. Maybe dying in the big leagues, but not in Iowa high school baseball. Infield bunt single for Matt Zaz. Great hustle from the stocky third baseman. Josh Grauwinkle had a sac bunt earlier tonight. He is now the potential go-ahead run. He shows bunt again, pulls back, and it's a called strike. Corner infielders playing in. Tigers find themselves in another close ball game. Here's the 0-1. Bunt shown again, pulled back. Ball one. I believe the Tigers have only had 2 games so far this year that have been decided by any more than 2 runs. The blowout against Knoxville and then game 2 of the North Polk doubleheader. Tigers won those by more than 2 runs, as that is outside for ball 2 as Grauwinkle pulls back another bunt. Seth Popish awaits on deck. Popish has an RBI single tonight. That scored Gilbert's second run. 2-1 to Grauwinkle. Bunt shown, pulled back. Ball 3. And the Gilbert crowd's getting into it. If I'm Josh here, I just hold still. Make Schultz throw a strike. Bunt shown, it's laid down. This should do the job. It's bobbled by the pitcher. Everyone's safe. Bases loaded. Nobody out. It'll be an error on Schultz. Both sides now have 2 errors, all on the infield. As the drizzle continues to fall in Mason City, and Seth Popish has a golden opportunity here in inning number 6, as the Riverhawks will talk it over. Single by Bell to lead off the inning. Taylor Dukes came in to courtesy run. Bunt single by Zaz. Bunt laid down by Grauwinkle. That got him to first on an error moments ago. Mason City scored 1. They scored 3 in the first, and then 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth. And then Gilbert scored all their runs in the first and second innings, 1 and 2, respectively. 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Riverhawks. That's for the Tigers. 5 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Mason City. As the mound meeting will disperse, base runners go back to their stations. And Seth Popish, who has an RBI already tonight, has a chance to potentially tie this game. Tigers have not had the lead since the first inning. Popish takes all the way there for a strike. A lot of umbrellas, blankets, and ponchos in the stand tonight. Called strike on the outer third. Not a bad curveball there from Eli Schultz. Bullpen is still inactive for the Riverhawks. That one misses high for ball 1. My sister worded it very well. Gilbert bunting, go Burr. It's worked very well this inning. This count is 2-2 on number 22 in red and white. Base hit should tie this game. Should it get to the outfield? That misses outside, 3-2. Popish has shown good discipline so far this season. He has a .414 on base coming into tonight. One of the biggest pitches of this ball game coming right here. Up high, ball 4. That scores a run. RBI base on balls for Seth, his second RBI of the night. And there's still nobody out as the Tigers only trail by 1.
Pitching number 5, Isaac Lindsay.
And I think this is going to be, yes, the big bat of Trent Wesselman will come in and bat for Isaac Renzi. Trent has yet to log a hit this year, but Wesselman definitely has the power in the bat to potentially clear the bases here. And still no action in the Riverhawk bullpen. This is Eli Schultz's mess to clean up. 4 runs allowed, only 3 of them earned. Wesselman fouls it back to the screen. Healthy cut there for the sophomore. As Tommy McGuire will jog to get that baseball. Trent had a nice freshman campaign last year after coming off a concussion in a JV game at Ankeny Centennial, as that one is in the dirt. 1-1. We'll see if we can dig up Trent's numbers here as we quickly navigate the Varsity Bound page. Wesselman takes low and inside, 2-1. Wesselman last season, 324 average with a 359 on base, 5 RBI in 14 games. Bit of an awkward swing there. And the count is 2-2. Still nobody out. A fly ball to the outfield would tie this game, and still the top of the order to come up. 2-2. That one is hit well! Deep left field! It is back! It's out of here! Trent Wesselman, the sophomore off the bench, unloads the bases! Did we tee that one up or what? 8-4 Tigers! And the Tiger faithful are going bananas! Slamma-jamma Wesselman. That ball stood no chance. A majestic grand slam from Trent Wesselman. And here comes the Riverhawk coaching staff. How about them Tigers, folks? Now potentially in a position to tie their regular season win total from last year through the first 10 games. A 7-20 regular season record last year. If the Tigers are to hold on tonight, they'd be 7-3 through their first 10 games under new head coach Jake Gall. That was the 7th hit of the evening for the Tigers, as that will end Eli Schultz's night. His final line, 5+ innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, 8 runs, 7 earned. And we'll see who the new arm is on the mound here. I see a 23, if I'm reading that correctly. It does look like a 23.
Pitching for the Riverhawks, number 23,
Gage Yonke will come in from left field to pitch. We'll let Gage warm up, and we'll come back right after this break. And here's Braden Howard, who'll be the first Tiger to face Gage Yonke. He takes a ball. Glad to see 40 of you here with us. In case any of you folks went to the bathroom in the last 10 minutes, you chose a very bad time to do that, as the Tigers now lead 8-5 after a pinch hit grand slam from the big bat of sophomore Trent Wesselman. The swing of the season to date for the Tigers. So that's a called strike on Braden Howard. Howard has a single and then grounded into a fielder's choice and then was called out at first due to runner's interference. Don't see that very often, as that's a called strike on the left fielder. 5 runs home in the inning for the Tigers. 2-2. That's tapped on the ground. Foul. Good hustle out of the box by the track star Howard. Count will remain 2-2. Bell led off the inning with a single. Then Zaz had a nice bunt single. Grauwinkle reached first on an E1 laid down by a bunt. Seth Popish drew an RBI walk. And then Trent Wesselman pinch hitting for Isaac Renzi, who had a great outing in the pen, just getting 1 out on 1 strikeout to stop the bleeding from the Mason City offense. That's popped up, drifting foul. And it'll just get out of reach of Bennett Miller. Count remains 2-2. I love the comparison I just got from my mom. That's the Tigers version of that home run from The Natural. Great baseball movie. The end of the movie, big towering home run into the lights, as that's a called strikeout on Braden Howard. Back to the top of the order and Tommy McGuire. But that was Trent Wesselman's natural moment. A majestic home run to left field off the bench. And the Riverhawks finally get the first out of the inning. That one misses down low to Tommy for ball 1. Tommy's 0 for 2, but he did reach on a hit by pitch in his second trip. That one misses high and outside, 2-0. Tigers regain the lead for the first time since the first inning. That one is hit down the left field line. That'll get foul toward the Tiger bullpen. 2-1 the count. Tigers will finally get back home next week. We'll have a doubleheader against the Winterset Huskies on Monday. So that one is low, 3-1. And then Thursday, Carlisle comes to town. And then in 2 weeks, the Tigers have a busy slate, 5 games in 4 days. That one is skied into center, hit well but playable. And the catch is made by Max Lang. 2 away.
First out, number 10, Ian Eldred.
Here comes Ian Eldred, who's had a nice night with the bat, a double and an RBI walk. Did strike out his last time, but he's made his mark on this game. We'll see who the Tigers send out in the 6th inning, as Wesselman did bat for Renzi. Bit of a spike ball there for ball 1. I believe Renzi could come back out and pitch, according to the Iowa High School rules. Because oftentimes you see a pinch hitter for a batter, and then you see the batter come out to play defense. Again, the next inning, we'll see if that's the case, as that misses 2-0. It wouldn't surprise me to see Trip Sturgill come out and attempt a 6-out save. He's already got 2 saves in the last 2 weeks. He's been very good out of the bullpen, and called strike there, 2-1. Sturgill does await on deck, should the inning continue. 2-1. Good job by Eldred to get the bat down there. So that one whizzed past his back. Got the bat down just in time. 3-1 the count on the Tiger shortstop. 3-1. Down low, ball 4. Second walk that Eldred has drawn tonight. Sturgill's 0 for 3 on the night. Swung a good bat this year, though. 1 on, 2 away in the top of the 6th. That one misses high for a ball. Thunder Pacers are now in the second half. Thunder lead 57-45. So that one's a called strike. Lower outside corner. Eldred had a little bit of happy feet there over at first. Bennett and Miller keeping a close eye on him there. And a called strike. Interesting. Gilbert crowd did not like that one. Sturgill had to turn away from that one. It did have some movement breaking back into the zone, but I'm not sure about that one. Runner goes. That misses outside. Throw to second is in time to get Eldred. Eldred had a tough out call at first base last night and another one there at second. Not the best luck for the Tigers shortstop. But Trent Wesselman has turned this game on its head after a pinch hit grand slam. The Tigers now lead 8-5 going to the bottom of the 6th. Isaac Renzi will return to the mound when we come back. Heart of the Riverhawk order here in the bottom of the 6th. Gabe Reese, Kinnick Brown, Eli Schultz, and Isaac Renzi will return to the mound. He is now in the position for the win after the Wesselman heroics in the top of the inning. Reese has been hit by 2 pitches and driven in a run on a double. So that one tails outside for a ball. I think there is some action in the Tiger bullpen. I see a ball being thrown around right there. I can't see any jersey numbers, but there is movement. 1-0. So that one is high for a ball. It wouldn't shock me if Trip Sturgill was warming up over there. He's in the designated hitter spot tonight, so no need to play defense. Unless he's coming out to pitch. Already has 2 saves on the young season. So that one misses 3-0. Going into today, Sturgill is the only Raccoon River Conference reliever with multiple saves. 3-0 from Renzi, and that misses outside for ball 4. And that's not the way you draw it up with the ever-dangerous Kinnick Brown coming to the plate. The Tigers have taken care of him so far. He reached on an error last time, but Brown is 0 for 3. And Brown is tied for the state lead in home runs with 4 coming into today. One swing of the bat could make this a one-run ball game. And that just misses for a ball, missed the lower outside corner. Here's the 1-0. That's hit well to left center. Running and not making the catch is Braden Howard. And it's booted around out there in left center. It'll be a double for Kinnick Brown as he does his first damage of the night. And now the potential tying run is at the plate with nobody out. And Eli Schultz will try to get himself off the hook here for the loss. That one just misses outside for a ball. 65-53, Thunder over the Pacers in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. About 8 minutes left in the third quarter. That one misses outside. 2-0, and we'll see how long Isaac Renzi's leash is here in the sixth. Riverhawks are not going quietly. There's a strike. 2-1. Schultz has found his way on base all 3 times tonight. 2 walks and an RBI single. Two one. Ooh, just outside. 3-1. Bell tried the frame, couldn't get it. Isaac Rickers awaits on deck. The DH is 0 for 3. And a called strike. That makes the count full. This is a big pitch coming here from Renzi. Payoff pitch. High and way inside for ball 4. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. And out comes Coach Gall. And I see Tripp Sturgill putting on his hat. Gall looks over to the dugout. It's going to be Tripp. He will have quite the tall task. Bases loaded, nobody out. We'll let Tripp warm up. We'll step aside and be right back. Bases loaded, nobody out for the Riverhawks as they trail by 3 in the bottom of the 6th. Glad to see 39 of you still here with us on Tiger Broadcast. Kale Sleazer here with you. This has been a thriller. Back and forth affair between Gilbert and Mason City. Tigers trying to hold on for dear life and win their 4th in a row. And 7 out of their first 10. And it'll be up to save man's Trip Sturgill, who's 1-0 with 2 saves in 3 games this year. Had a great start in week 1. Had a great save against the Blue Jays last Wednesday. And a save in game 1 of the doubleheader in North Polk on Monday. Sturgill will have Isaac Rickers to deal with. The designated hitter is 0 for 3 on the night. As the home plate umpire and the Riverhawk head coach are really digging into the lineup card down there, as Bell and Sturgill will have a conference here as they sort things out. And Gilbert crowd's getting a little restless here. This is a very long meeting here. Need some Jeopardy music to play here. Some guys in the booth are chattering as well. Tigers are coming off of a 5-run 6th innings thanks to a Trent Wesselman pinch hit grand slam. As just off of your screen, home plate umpire and the Riverhawk coaching staff are very thoroughly trying to sort something out as rain starts to fall again here in Mason City. It's been a pretty steady drizzle all night. A little bit of chippiness between Gilbert fans and Mason City fans now. I haven't any earthly idea what would take this long to be discussed here in this portion of the game. This is taking quite a while. And Coach Gall is now being motioned over. He'll join the circus. So now the home plate umpire gets out his lineup card and shows it to Coach Gall. I don't know why we would need to consult both head coaches here. Coach Gall is now pointing over to the right side of the diamond, and it looks like Isaac Renzi is going to come back into right field as Michael Leyva will come in. And hopefully that ends this round of musical chairs in Mason City. Home plate umpire looks satisfied. Renzi returns to right field. And at long last, we will resume play. Sturgill now on the mound, bases loaded. Nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. Isaac Rickers, the batter. And Sturgill just misses outside for a ball. Both dugouts on the top step. Very invested in this ball game. It's been back and forth all night. It's been an entertaining week of baseball for the Gilbert Tigers. So that's in the dirt, 2-0. Gilbert finally beat those pesky North Polk Comets in their new ballpark on Monday, sweeping a doubleheader, getting their first wins against the Comets in 3 years. That's a called strike, 2-1. Gilbert won a thriller in the first Tiger tussle of the year against Carroll on the road last night, 6-4. And back and forth we have gone tonight. Gilbert leads 8-5 at the moment. Check swing just a little bit too far to even up the count at 2. 2-2 on number 22, Isaac Rickers, as Owen Rickers awaits on deck. Owen is 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. 2-2 from Sturgill. Called strike 3. A bit of a delayed call there, but Bell framed it on the upper outside corner. And now a double play ball could get the Tigers out of the inning. And the crowd is getting restless here. Mason City fans thought that last pitch was high. It was borderline. It was a bit of a late call by the home plate umpire, but it was framed well by Bell. And Bell couldn't quite squeeze that one. He seemed surprised at that ball call. That one looked like it clipped the corner. Here's the 1-0. That's ripped on the ground. Base hit into left field. 1 run is in. The throw is cut off. 2 runs are in. Throw back to second, and the ball gets away, but runners stay. It's a 2-run single. And the Riverhawks now only trail by 1 after the 2-run single from Isaac Rickers, and we'll see if Owen Rickers. That was Owen Rickers with the knock. 2-run single. Both of those runs will be charged to Renzi. First hit allowed by Sturgill. Double play ball could still end the inning. It is now almost completely dark here in Mason City. This game got started around 7:15 as the home plate umpire will brush off home plate. Just about completely buried in dirt down there. Bennett Miller has a 2-run double this evening. The base hit could tie this game with a runner in scoring position. Big lead out at second. Sturgill keeping a close eye on the runners. That tails outside for a ball. Gilbert has 8 runs on 7 hits with 2 errors. Mason City, 7 runs on 6 hits with 2 errors. All errors tonight have been on the infields. That misses high for ball 2. Gabe Nelson, the Gilbert starter, gave up 5 runs. Only 1 run was earned. A Josh Grauwinkle error in the first allowed 3 runs to score, and then Ian Eldred error in the fourth allowed another run to score. And they are going to say that hit the nub of the bat on Bennett Miller, and here comes Coach Gall. Coach Gall never lets anything go without a word. And I think this will stay a hit by pitch. Bennett Miller is on base again. And we've got another pinch hitter in the 8th spot here. This is actually Vance Anderson coming back in. He was penciled as the starter. Tigers just need the closest base here. That misses for a ball. A double play ball would be just what the doctor ordered here. Vance Anderson getting his first at-bat of the evening against Trip Sturgill. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count with 1 away in a 1-run game. 9:15 p.m. local time here in Mason City. That one tails out of the zone, 2-1. Thunder leads 77-66 over the Pacers with 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. So that's a called strike at the knees, 2-2. An out here would be monumental for Sturgill and the Tigers. And infield is coming in. That one is popped up, and it is caught. It's going to be an infield fly either way. Popish got a bit handcuffed by that ball. He came in and then had to backpedal. He did make the catch. It would have been an infield fly either way. It will officially be a P3 putout on Vance Anderson. And here comes the 9-hitter. Lincoln Birding's had a nice night at the plate. A single and a walk. That misses just high for a ball. Biggest at-bat of the game here. Tigers scored 5 runs in the top of the 6th. Riverhawks battling back here in the bottom of the inning. 1-0. That is going to find the gap into right center field. This is going to give the Riverhawks the lead once again. 2-run score. Another run's being waved around. Throw to the plate is late. And it's 10-7 Riverhawks. An unfortunate turn of events for Trip Sturgill here in the 6th.
Bases clearing double by Birding. Brings up top of the order center fielder number 6, Max Lang.
So that'll close the book on Isaac Renzi. 2/3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 2 walks, a strikeout, 3 earned runs. 2 of those runs that scored are on Sturgill, and now the Tigers need to battle back from behind. So that's in the dirt. It gets away from Bell. He'll throw to third. And getting in safely is Birding. So Max Lang will await the 1-0. He's 0 for 3, but did draw a walk his last time. That's high, 2-0. That one is laced foul, just past the first base coach. Had to do almost a bit of a limbo move, maybe more of a matrix to get that ball to go behind him. Count 2-1. Sturgill kicks the dirt off his cleats on the mound, now gets set, and the 2-1. Low and inside, 3-1. And that misses for ball 4. It gets away from Bell. Another run scores. An unfortunate passed ball. It's now 11-8. First walk issued by Sturgill. Second walk earned by Lang. Reese has an RBI double tonight. He's been plunked by 2 pitches. And that pitch just misses for a ball. Six runs in the inning for the Riverhawks, countering Gilbert's 5 in the top of the inning. That's going to be fouled out of play to the left, 1-1. Tigers just can't get that third out. And the dangerous Kinnick Brown awaits on deck. That misses high, 2-1. Next offering. That's skied into foul territory to the left side. Ranging over and running out of room is Matt Zaz. That might have gone into the Tiger dugout. Into that area, at least. 2-2 the count. 2-2. That's tapped on the ground, and falling down and slipping is Sturgill, but he makes a nice throw to first. Some dewy grass there made it a little hard for Tripp. But the Riverhawks roar back for 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th. And now the Tigers need 3 runs to stay alive. Turn around your rally caps, folks. I'm turning mine around here in the booth. We'll be back with the top of the 7th after this break. Sturgill, Bell, Zaz for the Tigers' final push here in the top of the 7th. Thanks for sticking with us here on Tiger Broadcast. 38 of you still here with us. K.O. Sleazer on the mic, always a pleasure. First pitch to Sturgill. That's on the ground to third. It's cleanly gloved. Throw to first is in time. And I think the Tiger faithful are arguing that the foot was off the bag. My view is a little bit obstructed by that pole you see on your screen, but it is a called out. 5-3 ground out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Now it's up to Bell to get the rally started. That one misses outside. 1-0. Up high, 2-0. Gage Yunk is still on the mound, in position for the win after the Riverhawks regain the lead. That skips in the dirt. I think that caught a chunk of the home plate umpire there. Good of Bennett Miller to check in on him there. There's a very important bond between catchers and umpires. Usually if the catcher takes care of the umpire takes care of you back. 3-0 to Sturgill. And he takes a strike there. Not a bad pitch to take. Never want to make an out on a 3-0 pitch. Matt Zaza waits on deck. He's 2 for 3. Had a nice bunt single last time. And ball 4. Bell draws the walk. He's on base for the 2nd time in a row.
Dukes runs at first for the Tigers.
Here comes Taylor Dukes to run for Bell once again. First pitch called, strike to Zaz, outer edge. Tigers will be back home next week. Doubleheader Monday against Winterset. And a matchup against Carlisle Thursday. Big swing and a miss by Zaz there. Handcuffed a bit there by the curve. Josh Grauwinkle is due up next. 0-2 to Zaz. That's popped up. That's going to drift foul out of play. It just hurdles the bleachers. We'll have another 0-2. Dukes gets a small lead at first, being held on. Now they're 0-2. That one is hit well into left center field, but it'll be caught. A nice beat on the ball by Max Lang. And the Tigers are down to their final out. It rests on the shoulders of Josh Grauwinkle. Gives Oz an L8 there. It was squared well. Almost found the gap. Duke's not being held on at first. So that one misses high for a ball. Would not surprise me to see Duke's run here. Getting a big lead. Not running, misses high. 2-0. Next offering from Yunk. Up high, 3-0. So now all of a sudden, the Riverhawks struggling to find the zone as Seth Popish awaits on deck. Potential tying run. And a spike ball for ball 4. And good hustle to keep Taylor Dukes at second. Bennett Miller getting to that ball quickly. But a 4-pitch walk for Grauwinkle. 2 walks in the inning for Yunkie in his 3rd overall. Popish on the night has an RBI single and an RBI walk. So we'll have a mound conference here for the Riverhawks. Seth did have a home run on the road last year against ADM. Line shot to left field. It does look like Cooper Mitchell has a bat in his hand. Played some nice defense at third during the junior varsity game when I came in. Popish batting in the 7 spot. That 8 spot saw Tret Wesselman hit a grand slam the last time. And Popish will just look to keep this game alive. Wind is blowing out to center, maybe right center field. Wind has been swirly tonight. And that misses and gets away and over everybody, and there's 2 runners in scoring position. Yunkie's really struggling to find the zone here, and we're going to have more time called here. And we might have a pitching change mid-at-bat here. I think we are. Interesting move here by the Riverhawk coaching staff. And that'll be it for Yunkie.
Pitching to the Riverhawks, number 22, Isaac Rickers.
And Isaac Rickers will come in to pitch, moving from the DH spot. We'll step aside as he warms up, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Tigers trail by 3, but the potential tying run is at the plate. Apologies if the buffering is cutting out a little bit, folks. Looks like our hotspot isn't cooperating at the moment. But Seth Popish will stand in with 2 on and 2 away, just looking to keep the line moving. Cooper Mitchell awaits on deck. Should it come to that. That one misses high for ball 2. Should this batter be walked, it would be charged to Yunke as Isaac Rickers comes in from the DH spot to try and get one last out for the Riverhawks. 2-0. Up high and tight, 3-0. And the plot thickens here in Mason City. The Tigers know how to make it interesting. 3-0. And a called strike, upper outside corner. 3-1 on Popish. Next offering from Rickers is fouled back, and the Tigers are down to their final strike. Popish has shown good plate discipline this season. Has drawn a walk tonight. Does not need to be a hero, just needs to be the man that gets Cooper Mitchell to the plate. The payoff. Down low, ball 4. Great discipline from Popish. And the potential go-ahead run comes to the plate in Cooper Mitchell. That walk will be charged to Yunke. That is officially his 4th. Now would be an excellent time for Cooper Mitchell's first hit of the season. Popish on first, Grauwinkle on second, Dukes on third. Mr. Hustle, Braden Howard on deck. Should it come to that? First pitch. Called strike at the knees. Infield playing well back toward the edge of the grass. Oh, 1 to Mitchell. Up high for a ball. Rain still falling in Mason City. Steady drizzle ball game. The rain has wreaked havoc tonight. Some wild throws. Some slipping infielders. 1-1. Big swing and a miss by Mitchell, and the Tigers are once again down to their final strike. Rickers gets the sign. Winds and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will end our ball game. Our final score, Riverhawks 11, Tigers 8. It was chaos from the jump. Errors galore, unearned runs galore, clutch hits galore. Trent Wesselman had the big grand slam in the top of inning number 6 where the Tigers scored 5, but the Riverhawks struck back with 6 of their own thanks to a bases-clearing double off the bat of the number 9 hitter Lincoln Birding, who ends the night with a double, a single, and a walk. Tripp Sturgill gets the loss in relief, as Isaac Rickers gets the save. Gage Yunke gets the win. A heartbreaker for the Tigers, but through their first 10 games, they've still started 6-4. Riverhawks improve to 4-6. We'll see you folks right back here on Monday. Or come to the ballpark on Monday. It's been a while since we've been back in Gilbert for some baseball. It'll be a good doubleheader against the Winterset Huskies. Until then, I'm going to go home and do a combination of play Mario Kart, Deltarune, and watch Phineas and Ferb for the next 3 straight days. You won't be hearing much from me until Monday. So until then, my name is Kale Sleazer. Thank you folks so much for joining me here on Tiger Broadcast. We'll see you next week. Stay safe out there, folks, and have yourselves a safe Thursday night.